Hey y'all, it's Amanda. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the Regulation C, or what would have been Series 3 rules that were announced a while back, and how best to use the newly introduced Pokemon on your team. So from April 1st to June 30th, Regulation C is going to allow the usage of the legendary Treasures of Ruin. These are Wo-Chien, Chien-Pao, Ting-Lu, and Chi-Yu, and these Pokemon are all dual types, with one of those types being the Dark type. They're extremely powerful and will likely define the meta when they're introduced. Their base stat totals are similar to Paradox Pokemon, and their signature abilities reduce a specific stat of all the other Pokemon on the field, including their partner, except for other Pokemon with the same ability. So the first two Ruin legendaries, Chien-Pao and Chi-Yu, are more offensively oriented. So Chien-Pao has the advantage of being a really fast, physical attack-oriented monster with the ability Sword of Ruin, which lowers the defense of all the mons on the field aside from itself, essentially giving it a boost to attack. Although this could be a little bit of a risky gambit, pairing Chien-Pao with a really solid defensive partner like Iron Hands or Dondozo could really help it become a terrifying physical sweeper without too much of a reduction in its partner's abilities. And while its Dark Ice typing is really not good defensively, it has a 4x weakness to fighting. Chien-Pao has access to a variety of powerful offensive moves like Throat Chop and Icicle Crash or Ice Spinner for stab damage, as well as a lot of priority moves like Ice Shard and Sucker Punch, and even Psychic Fangs, which can have the secondary ability of breaking Light Screen and Reflect. And as we know, we can always turn a 4x weakness into a strength if we use the correct Terra typing, or we could always just use a Focus Sash. That way, we know that Chien-Pao won't go down to one single strong fighting type move. Next up is Chi-Yu, which has the potential to be maybe the most dangerous of the group. While it's not as fast as Chien-Pao, it does have high speed, special attack, and special defense stats, and its fire typing gives it the least amount of weaknesses among the legendary quartet, and specifically makes it super effective against Chien-Pao. It also will allow it to hit some other common mons like Goldingo and Amoonguss for super effective damage. And it's even more threatening because its ability, Beads of Ruin, lowers the special defense of all the mons on the field other than itself, meaning that it basically gets a boost to its special attack. It also makes it a great partner for another fast special attacking sweeper to come in and help it clean up Pokemon that may resist its stab. So this is things like Fluttermane or Iron Bundle. You can create a really powerful duo of special sweepers with this Pokemon. Now, on the other hand, Wo-Chien and Ting-Lu are more bulky and defensively minded Pokemon. So first up is the Dark Grass type Wo-Chien, who could see usage in a similar role to mons like Amoonguss and Brute Bonnet because it's got really high defenses and access to support moves like Pollen Puff and Taunt and Leech Seed. And as a defensively oriented Pokemon with a solid move pool, Wo-Chien could make a really good utility mon, despite the fact that it's got a 4x weakness to Bug with that Dark Grass type. That's because it has the advantage of its ability, Tablets of Ruin, which lowers the attack of all creatures on the field except for itself, making it a really good support partner maybe for an offensive Glass Cannon who struggles defensively. And finally, we have Ting-Lu, which has the bulk and the typing to threaten Pokemon like Fluttermane and Iron Hands. As a Dark Ground type, Ting-Lu can wall both electric and psychic attackers, and it's got really good HP and defense to really make it a very survivable Pokemon. It pairs really well with a teammate who suffers from a low special defense because its ability, Vessel of Ruin, lowers the special attack of all the monsters on the field besides itself. And just a little fun fact, Ting-Lu is actually the only completely new ground type Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. All the other ground types in Scarlet and Violet are either a regional form of an existing Pokemon or a Pokemon not native to the Paldean region. And just a little note also for someone who would be interested in hunting a Trick Room Ting-Lu with a 0 speed IV. If you have 0 to 1 IVs and a neutral nature, Ting-Lu will have a speed stat of 59, so make sure you prepare a Pokemon with a speed stat of 60 and a message-based ability, and just keep encountering Ting-Lu repeatedly until your Pokemon's ability message activates before Ting-Lu's ability. Then you can be sure that you have a min-speed Ting-Lu, without having to catch it and check the stats every time. Obviously, the Ruin Legendaries are extremely powerful Pokemon that we're going to see a lot of in the meta, but they do have quite a few counters. So keep in mind that all of the Ruin Mons are weak to fighting, and most of them are weak to Fairy as well, with the exception being Chi-Yu, whose fire typing makes it neutral to Fairy. So a Pokemon with one or both of these stab types could be extremely useful in Regulation C. For example, Iron Valiant could be a fantastic Pokemon because it has both of those stab types and it's only naturally outsped by Chien-Pao. So its status as a mixed attacker is really helpful also because it can lead into the attacking stat that's not being lowered by an opposing Ruin Mon. So for example, if you're going up against Wo-Chien, use your special attacking stat, and if you're going up against Ting Lu, use your physical attacking moves and stat, and you won't have to worry about your attack power being dampened by those abilities. Another counter that I've been experimenting with is Technician Breloom. It has stab, fighting type moves, and access to priority Mach Punch, which actually KOs 0 HP, 0 defense Chien-Pao and Chi-Yu. So give it a focus sash if you're worried about Ice Shard from Chien-Pao or a damage boosting item like Black Belt or Life Orb or even loaded dice to use with Bullet Seed. And you could actually be dealing out a lot of damage with a priority move, so its slow speed would be less of an issue. So that was just a quick peek at what Regulation C will look like and how best to use the Ruin Legendaries on your team. As always, leave a comment down below if you disagree with anything I said or have anything to add. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel to see more. I'll see y'all later. Bye!